is Anthony with True Diamond Heart, continuing our video series on divine sparks of light and love. We're going to do a meditation so that we can experience the divinity of our own spark and we can see the divinity of the spark that is other people, other beings. So allow yourself, make sure that you have time, please, and a safety of space and time to do this exercise. Please close your eyes. Allow that which is past to fall away, that which is anticipated with anxiety or hope to disappear. Allow the voice that you hear to become the only thing that exists for you for this time. Any interference that might occur, be it a thought or a feeling, or a background noise that doesn't need immediate attention. Put those things into a box marked later, sitting at your feet or next to you, to be dealt with respect at a future time. No struggling, no fighting, simple entrainment, meaning surrender to the voice that we hear, which is simply the voice of the heart that beats under the ears that are listening, for there's only one heart that beats the truth, and it comes out of many mouths and many books and many places. At this particular moment, it's filtering into our ears through the voice that speaks, offering us a glimpse and experience of our true, essential, beautiful, light, love beings. In this space of openness that's opening and becoming larger and more open, we don't allow any interference. It doesn't matter what the sound is that we hear on this side of the camera or that side of the camera, this side of the microphone or that side of the microphone. We simply surrender to our own beauty, to this moment, and we see before us a ball of light. In our mind's eye, there's a ball of light in front of us. The light is glowing and alive and yet absolutely gentle, peaceful, sensitive, and wonderful. This glowing ball of light in front of us is growing and growing. It reaches to the tip of your nose as it's going towards us as well as away from us in every direction. It envelops the front of our face, the front of our chest, our legs. It envelops our entire head, our chest, our torso, our pelvis, legs, arms, feet, hands. We're now part of this light ball. The light ball that we are part of dissolves everything that is us into light, and we are simply light in expansion. The light expands, it envelops all sounds, it envelops all space, it envelops all time, past, present, and future. Allow the space to open, allow the light to build. Simply be in light. Breathe slightly deeper than usual in through your nose and out through your mouth, relaxing and releasing and letting go of anything that's left over into the light, dissolving. One more time. Exhaling through the mouth, allowing everything that is left of the individual self of past, present, future, anything that might be blocking us, disappears into the light with our exhalation. We are now just undifferentiated, gently expanding light, perfectly at peace, perfectly at beauty, perfectly at love, perfectly in a state of all that is light, love, beauty, truth, peace, joy. In this gently joyful, expansive, completely at ease state, bring in your mind's eye an image of yourself to the center, right in front of your mind's eye, because there's still a point of view within this all-encompassing, open, undifferentiated light. You still have your place, and you see in front of you an image of yourself. You're sitting there in front of yourself. Let go of all judgments, all decisions, all explanations about this being that you see. It's simply yourself sitting in front of you the way you're sitting now. Allow this being, see that the center of this being, beginning in the chest, is the light that is encompassing and encompasses everything and saturates everything. In the center of this being that is you, you see the same light in the heart, growing, expanding, filling the chest, filling the body, filling the entire torso, the head, the arms, the legs, the hands, and the feet. And now that being that was sitting in front of you, that was you, is now gone, simply disappeared into, absorbed into, and fully part of this undifferentiated light. Now, think of someone, or it could be an animal, or it could be a plant, but any living being that you have absolute joyful connection to. They needn't be alive now. They needn't even be real. Better if you can pick someone in your experience, some being who has brought you uncomplicated joy, a child, an animal, a plant. Look at this being. They're in front of you in your mind's eye, the same place that that other being was there just a short moment ago. Yet now, disappeared into the light. In the center of this light now, we have this other being who brings joy to us, uncomplicated ease, simplicity. And we see them in front of us, and the light that is all fills their chest, starting from their heart, or from the center of their being, if they're a plant. And it expands, filling their entire being, until they are just the light that's surrounding and permeating everything, and they disappear and evaporate into that light. Ah, how beautiful. Again, we're with undifferentiated light. Joy, peace, gentle ease, love, compassion, truth, and beauty. You are home, as is the being that just evaporated into that light. Now bring someone who's been difficult for you, someone that's been hard for you to deal with, someone that you care for, but that is difficult for you to deal with, someone that you have to work with all the time, who's pushing your buttons all the time, triggering your reactions all the time. This difficult person who you care for, probably a family member, you know who that person is. Take that person and put them in front of you. Remove all of the stories, all of the triggers and the difficulties and the buttons. All that is just non-existent in this space. They're simply that being with the light appearing in the center of their chest and growing till it fills their torso, envelops their head, their feet, their arms, their legs, their hands. And now they are the light that is surrounding them. And again, they just evaporate and disappear into that light. Take all of the human beings that have ever existed. Take all of the animals that have ever existed. Take all of the plants that have ever existed, all of the life that has ever existed on this planet, that now exists and that ever will exist, because this is an infinite space, and put them right in front of you. And see them. As soon as they are put in this space, they begin immediately to evaporate. Do you see how they immediately begin to evaporate into the light that is all? And their separateness is no longer anything but one open light of connection. It's not even connection, it's a simple undifferentiated light. There's nothing to connect because there's nothing separate to join. There is simply undifferentiated light, past, present, and future, enveloping all life. Take a thought, something that brings you great pleasure. Put that thought in front of you. See it fill with light and evaporate into the light. A feeling of joy, something that brings you great joy, a feeling of great pride or beauty or something that makes you feel wonderful. Put it there and watch it evaporate in the light. Take something that causes you pain, a painful thought, and put it in there. Again, it evaporates the second we bring attention to it and put it in the center of this light. It is simply the light. Bring a feeling that causes you pain or fear and put it there. Watch it evaporate. Any disease or fear, put it there. It evaporates. It's gone. It never existed. There is simply undifferentiated light, and a voice, and ears that hear, and the heart that beats everywhere, that generates the words and hears. Beautiful. This is your space. Come back gently to what we call everyday reality. Open your eyes. Touch yourself if you need to bring yourself back to the embodied state, the separated embodied state. You are in your body. You are embodied. You are connected to and intimately involved with this body. And we need to be here with a presence of mind that enables us to do things that are dangerous if we don't have presence of mind. Driving cars, cutting things with sharp knives, working with electricity, things like that. So we make sure that we're in a clear, everyday frame of mind before we return to those kinds of activities. But just so that we understand what happened, we saw everything as light and love. This is the fundamental reality. Now you hear this sound that's passing. That sound that's passing is not a disturbance. It is part of the light and love. It is a divine spark of light and love, simply coming clothed as the challenge of maintaining concentration, maintaining this beauty that we just contacted. And each time we move into that beauty, this is stillness practice, this is meditation, this is true prayer, to contact that and allow it to nourish us so we can come back to this everyday frame of mind with that energy and scattering those seeds of light and love. And we saw that everything that we brought, individual thing that we brought into this light, immediately became part of the light. It was simply a spark of that which is the light, a spark of that which is the love. It is love. Everything is light and love. But we're in this place where we have individual things, individual leaves, individual hands, individual bodies, individual everything, it seems. So in this state, we welcome and we just thank the universe, God, whatever you need to put word on that, for the grace that is the understanding that each thing is a divine spark of light and love. It's an opportunity either to experience or to learn to open to the experience and the becoming of that which we really are. We are divine sparks of light and love. Everything is a divine spark of light and love. How can the divine create anything that is not of its own nature? That wouldn't make any sense. That would be like this tree creating an armadillo. It just doesn't happen. This tree creates it like it is. The divine creates like it is. The divine has created everything. Everything has the divine and is the divine. We are in this unique position as human beings of being able to work into a consciousness of divinity. Join us for more on Divine Sparks of Light and Love.